My name is Notepad and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be working on stuff because I've done a lot of work on this godforsaken game and I am going to do more work on it because that's what we do here. Thank you very much, Textual, for following. Very cool. Thank you very much. So, last time on Dragon Ball Z, what did we do? Well, as you see, we've already hit page 100. We are at almost 30,000 words. So, I'm going to start from the top a little bit here. We finished up all the world forging, obviously. We finished up all the Wayward Soul stuff. You know how to make characters. We did the travel system. We did the crafting system. We did the dungeoneering system. This is literally copy-pasted. It's not great, but it works. What I honest to God need to do is I need to like retrofit my dungeoneering system. I like it a lot, but I feel like there's some things that we could do to fix it. What those things are, I don't know yet, but I'm feeling like we could do something with it, but I don't know what to do. Sweet bejesus. Also, good Kagura botching. What did you roll in the new random resolution jam? I haven't rolled yet. I am a floater. Yes, I am a floater. I am the someone desperately needs a body. I will throw myself on there. So I believe in chaos is what I'm trying to say. Oh goodness gracious. But yes. Good Kagura botching indeed. Hello everyone. Yes, I've been trying to be more active, but being active is very difficult because it's I've been trying to get the stream to work for like the past hour. I want you to know this. For the past hour, I've been like, why is the stream not working? I was getting like 50 kilobytes up. It wasn't working correct. Nothing was right. OBS was being very helpful. It said, oh, you want to connect. No, this is the best part. No, you want to connect to the closest thing available to you. And I'm like, yes, this makes sense. The closest available, Virginia. Virginia. That that is where it decided that it was like, this is where we're gonna connect. I had to disconnect myself, reconnect, and it's just like, oh, you want to go to Narita? Oh, cool, you want to go to Narita? All right, here you go. Perfect. Fucking flawless. I'm like, OBS, you son of a bitch. What the fuck? Come on, OBS, you gotta work with me here. How do you make a drinking game resolution mechanic? I mean, a drinking game is literally just that. It would just be a drinking game. It's a drinking game, except we hit people with swords. So, but yeah. That's been my cursed past hour, but here we are. So, finish some of these things up. We also did combat. So, I'm going to go through combat with everyone. A lot of words here. A lot of words. It's line combat. Follow this. This might look a little bit odd, but it's the idea of front line, forward, back, retreat. These are your three main ones. If you have the option to, you may have the Overwatch line. The Overwatch line means that you are protected from just about everything and you can shoot people. However, you also aren't helping anybody. The flank. If you go to the flank, you get a bonus to hit everybody. However, you are on the front line. And this is bad, because you do not count as an anchor for people. Therefore, if you have no one in the front line, everyone in the back and retreat line moves up one. The forward, you effectively have taunt on you, which means that you will be automatically hit by all attacks. However, you say, fuck defense, I'm gonna go sicko mode, I'm built different. And then you start, and then you pog out, and then you get your shit rocked in. Now, I did put everyone has 2 actions in combat. You have quick action and your primary action. Now, your quick actions are your just immediate ones. Like, these are really fast, and primary are your main action. You can do these in either order. Pretty basic stuff. Honest to God, like, there looks like there's a lot here, but it's like defend other, defend defensive stance, use gear, use a power, or attack. Which, this is the attacking section. This looks like a lot because it's the entirety of how to attack and defend yourself. All of the boons and banes. So in case you ever want to have after image applied to you, you know what it is. Everything is based off a timer of character level, or the caster level. So if I'm a level 5 and I cast blind on an enemy, it will last 5 turns. If I'm level 2 and I use burning light, it will last 1 round, which is till the end of the round. Nothing too exotic there. Really, like, the big ones are things like stealth. You can use stealth offensively. It's a weird way of wording it, but you can use stealth offensively with the idea of making someone untargetable by an attack. So if you want to make an enemy who just makes everybody invisible and then keeps hitting people with area attacks so they can't heal themselves, nothing's stopping you. But yeah, I do have the idea of dying. If you reach 0 HP, you aren't dead. You just go down. If you reach negative your full HP, you die. Or if you are, or something horrible happens to you, i.e., I get my head chopped off by an executioner, I get blown up by an attack, rocks fall and I die. However, you do have a resurrection mechanic in this game. Yes, you can get revived. It takes money. That's the secret. It costs. There's some special dollary dues that you need to pay, and dollary dues take money. Let me see. Can I draw the currency symbol? There we go. There we go. You need $500 dues to actually, res yourself. If you have a full body. If you have half a body, it goes up by 100%. 250%. If I want to be specific for it, it would be 1,000. It's 1,000 value. This is 2,500 value, and then 500 times 250%. Well, 50. Notepad, these numbers seem really low. Yeah, because value itself is kind of wonky. I didn't intend on it being as wonky as it was, but effectively, you can carry, of your carry weight, which you don't have a lot of, relatively speaking, 25 value, 25 baubles, is 1 inventory space. The money is heavy. So you're encouraged to not really have that much on you. You need treasures. And treasures are a lot more efficient. It's better to carry a bunch of jewels on you than to carry a bunch of money. That's pretty much it. Kind of going through some of these ones. Also, there is the implication of resurrection. There's also a thing about you don't come back normal if you keep reviving yourself, but only adventurers can. Declaring a retreat, end of round. Everyone says, let's fucking run. This is your new initiative. And people in Overwatch retreat first, retreat, backline, frontline, flanking, forward. So it's kind of one of those things like, oh, if you know people are currently flanking, or they are currently in a 0.03, they are currently in a state of affairs where they will get swarmed and probably die. You probably don't want them there. You probably want to fall them back to the front line. if you're doing a drinking game, resolution, you have to drink. Now, mind you, I would probably have to. It would be things like stating the alcohol content. If you want to do it no drinking, it would be again like fish oil would be one. But if we're doing this, and we're doing this, we're going all the way. Gear. So effectively, you have gear on your belt and gear in your pack. If it's in your pack, it's in your backpack. If it's on your belt, you can bring it out a lot easier. You can kind of think about it like, oh, I have a potion on my belt, versus I'm like pulling my backpack out to reach in to grab a potion. Elemental affinities, I kind of use SMT logic. You effectively have 4 ideas, which is you are strong. Actually, no, you are null, which is you take 0 damage from it regardless. You are strong, which means you take half damage. Weak, in which you take double, and then consuming, which you take double full damage. So double full damage is you take 1d6 fire damage, but you have fire consuming, you take 12 damage, which is to say d6, 6 times 2. You take absolute maximum amount of damage. It sucks. Especially when numbers get bigger all of a sudden. When it comes to weapons are pretty standard stuff. I do have a thing about like equipped and sheathed weapons. Mostly it's to prevent people from like having 8 different weapons. Stream have connection problems. I'm not seeing any connection problems on my end. That's one thing to note. I have no issues on my end. There might be issues on your end. Yeah, I'm noticing there are some. Also, hello, Dark Moon Warrior. I'm noticing some like little hiccups every now and again. So if you see a hiccup, it's probably that. Welcome to streaming in Japan. Welcome to Japan. But yeah, damage. One thing I did add, because one thing, I like the idea of a character feeling really connected to a weapon, and not like buying a new weapon. Oh, I gotta upgrade my weapon. Do the next like tier of weapon always feels weird to me. Like, oh, it's an iron, now it's a steel, now it's like fucking Skyrim progression. So I went with the idea, like, you can have a sword, but at level 3, 6, and 9, you just increase the damage die by 1. So, for example, I have my battle axe. At level 1, it does 1d8, level 3 does 2d8, level 6 does 3d8, and level 9 it does 4d8. Still keeps all its main attributes, still keeps all its main ideas, it just does that. That does mean things like the maul still only increases it by 1. So the maul and a battle axe kind of near the end are kind of doing... Why are you main hand? Maul should be 2-hand. Yeah, so you're kind of going back and forth there. Part of me wants to be like, oh, well, you can increase it. The problem there is... If we think it like level 1, if we do 2d6, level 3, you're now dealing 4d6. Level 6, you're doing 6d6, and level 9, you're doing 8d6 damage. You don't think that's bad, but then you gotta remember that's 8 to fucking 8 times 6. It's 8 to 48 damage. It's 8 to 48 damage, and there are ways to increase the die size. So they may be doing like, oh, it's 8d6. No, it's 8d10 damage. They will be doing 8 to potentially 80 damage. I'm like, on one hand, I'm okay with that. On another, I'm like, eh. I don't want everyone to be like, I have to have a 2-handed weapon or I'm just going to fall off. I don't want people to feel that way. Basic idea though, we got our damage. Handling is the way I've been handling for a while. One hand means you can use it in your offhand. Main hand, it's your dominant hand. Two hand, it's two hand. Technically, we also have huge. If it is huge, where is it? If it is huge, you can't use it. You don't have a sheathed weapon anymore. You don't have an offhand weapon. You don't have another weapon on your side, effectively. You are using a weapon so fucking massive, you have to use a... you're kind of locked into that. If you notice, technically, the greatsword is not. That's kind of a special thing if you want to find, like, a dragon slayer. I kind of went with the great bow because it felt appropriate. Again, range weapons pretty easily. I do have magic weapons as well. Mostly these are for wizards, so they don't feel bad because a lot of these use an attribute. This is your main attacking attribute and damage bonus attribute. You are using a battle axe. You use your strength to hit, and you use whatever your strength modifier is effectively for extra damage. What kind of thing it is. Certain classes have certain affinities. It pretty much is, do you add your skill dice to it? And then you have your weapon types. Certain powers have certain things tied to weapon types. And then how much baubles it's actually worth. Weapons are relatively cheap, all things considering. We do have some funny ones. Down here, like just bringing a fucking gat. Just bringing a gun. This is transverse fantasy, of course, so this is, oh no, the dimensional merge fucking Sonichu is real. The Sonichu is real! If the Sonichu is real, you gotta, oh no, there's a goblin, what do I do? And then you pull out a fucking gat and you shoot the goblin. Yes, it does 2d8. Technically I should do this. Two things about modern weapons. One, all of them have Vorpal. What does Vorpal mean? If you roll enough successes, you just fucking kill them outright. They just fucking die. But why? Because you have a gun. But the big thing is, they're all simple weapons. Anyone can use a modern handgun. Anyone can use a modern rifle. It's really not that difficult, all things considering. You might, some gun artists out there might be like, well, actually using the Heckler and Koch 1342 handgun is extremely no, fuck that. We're not worrying about that. The idea is that it is very simple for someone to know how to fire a modern gun relative to a fucking handgun. Like like, oh, cool. Fire this. Like, I don't think a modern guy can fire this without a little bit of training. You know, this isn't something that, like, you just, buy at the corner mart kind of thing. It's a little bit more difficult. Against short bow shurikens, obviously. Ninjas do have their bullshit umbral shuriken idea, but that's dumb enough, I like. We get a huge axe. It's a great axe, a wonderful axe, believe me. In another world with my Glock, I conquer the dungeons. At 209, but with some fantasy, yeah, pretty much. Like the one downside of the modern weapon, the handgun, the modern rifle, and I have to put this out there in the ammo section, which is effectively, do you have ammo for this? Every time you fire it, that ammo is going down. Dun, 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 dun. Every round, that's dun, 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 dun. Like, yeah, bringing out the fucking Glock is a pretty good way of solving a crisis. However, you don't have ammo for it. But yeah, technically all of the firearms have Vorpal by default. Technically, fighters can give Vorpal to their weapons. which is just instant fucking death. And mind you, Vorpal does work on you as well. Therefore, if you get attacked by a Vorpal weapon, you can just die instantaneously. You will be decapitated. Why? Because fuck you, we're in the dungeon. We do have our weapon qualities, of course. Technically, every weapon can have a grade, blessing, and an arcane quality. Hey, it's a grade. It's a fine weapon. It's +2 damage per die. So that does kind of give the bigger weapons an advantage because they're getting more damage per this. Also, it's their 2-hit modifier. Notepad, why is their 2-hit modifier a negative? You have to roll over your target number. Therefore, actually, if we're calling these modifiers, what we should do is we should, because this is modifying the roll, not modifying the hit, so this would be correct. It's a little goofy. There's some weird wording on it. It makes sense in context, I swear. Is your weapon blessed or cursed? I do have a literal random chart for this, by the way, because I thought that was important for this. So, hey, you have a blessed weapon. It's sanctified. You are strong against umbral damage as long as it's equipped. Oh no, your weapon's cursed. It's bound. It cannot be unequipped. If forcefully done, it will return to the user's hand. Yeah. Both of them do end up getting the Vorpal neck, which does mean, hey, here's the decapitating blessed sword and the decapitating cursed one. The big thing though is that they do, if you have a blessed weapon, it does light damage. If you have a cursed weapon, it does umbral damage. Doesn't mean too much unless you are like kind of building in a certain direction. That's why we magically create ammo. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, okay, how do we want to, like, we need to get more bullets. How do we get more bullets? Well, we have to find someone to be able to make bullets. Okay, we know a guy who knows how to make his bullets, but that's one guy. We can't rely on him forever. So what do? Go on a fucking quest to find find a guy to do it. And that's kind of the point of this game. A bit is to find people to keep that, with the idea being, this is the big thing, the idea being that after that first generation, everything's kind of changing. Things are getting more and more complicated. So do you spend the time really saying, I want to be the guy to be able to keep making bullets? That's something you gotta dedicate to. And it's hard, man. Oh man, he's got the ability to use priest spells. Ah, cool. He's got the ability to blow people's heads up with fucking special magic. What do? I know how to make fucking bullets. And when we retire, I can give this fucking town the only place in our goddamn fantasy world. In this goddamn fantasy world, this is the only place to get fucking Glock bullets. We can make budget 9mm. Not good 9mm, but good enough. Yeah, no, and that's kind of, honestly, Simber, that's kind of the idea of this, is like, if you want to run a game like that, being like, yeah, but what are now the problems going on there? Yeah, you've got firearms, you've got bullets. They've got armies, they've got magic. They want your bullets, they want your guns, because that's going to be a huge game changer. And it's like, all right, what do we do? How do we deal with this new thing going on? How do we deal with this more, this larger implication? Bingo, you've hit what I want to get with this game. And if you want to make the if you want to make the masterful +4 Vorpal handgun, fucking +4 returning, returning handgun, go for it. Then technically this leads to arcane weapons. If it's arcane, technically there are 4, but that's not really selling it. If it's a cold weapon, it's cold iron or cold steel technically, with the idea being you can shoot people's mana away. You no longer really deal damage with the weapon. You attack their mana, which may be good if you are dealing with a wizard and you have now cut their magic power to 0. I have chopped away your ability to cast Fireball. Go get fucked, asshole. That would be more, you having like a cold weapon is really good if you can swap it out for another weapon. Okay, we've dealt enough mana damage. Bring out my flaming sword kind of thing, which is like elemental. Runic, on the other hand, is just saying, I am doing magic damage. This doesn't mean too much until you realize you no longer worry about toughness. You worry about resistance. A runic weapon cuts through armor. Armor is worthless against a runic weapon because it's magic, and armor only gives you toughness. Then we have kind of like the esoteric ones. The esoteric is the, hey, you have a magic sword that does this. Like that one special bullet. Effectively, yeah, it's like, hey, here is the, whoa, yeah, what's your, yeah, it's like I have a gun, this, and if you want to be the guy who has that bullet, the fuck you and your mana bullshit bullet, go for it. The Edgehog? Of course. Of course, the Edgehog. See, the worst part is you can play Beastman in this, and if you do play a Puffball Beastman with a fucking Glock, that's not saying it's not impossible. It's very possible. But esoteric kind of covers the everything else when it comes to weapons in particular. I have a whip that that fucking glows when vampires are around. I have a sword that lights up. I have a fucking my sword's racist and affects orcs. My fucking axe my axe talks to me and shit like that. The esoteric is the have fun category. Like there's probably something I could put in there, but I don't know what to put in there. Good time to maybe make another not poll, make another thing. Make a submission form, being like, hey, here's stupid items. Esoteric weapons should give you perks because talking swords are annoying. That's good. Esoteric covers everything. That's kind of the idea, is that this is a wizard has decided to enchant a weapon to do something. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, anytime this weapon, anytime this sword drops on the ground, it bounces. It's still a sword, it's still there, but it just bounces like it's made of fucking rubber. Like, why would you have to do that? Like, why would you make this? I don't know, I felt like it. It's more of the fun option. Like, yeah, here's the silly thing. Yeah, a pan that turns enemies into gold. Yeah, the minus pan. It's like, yeah, here's a really awful weapon. However. Holy crap, I'm surprised you're streaming this early. Bruh, it is 8 o'clock. That's always the funny thing here. I always have to remind people, like, it is 8 o'clock at night. It is late. How's it going? Rough. Life is rough. Life is pain. It's really funny at work. I've been telling some people this. My poor mom listens to me bitch more often than not. It's really funny at my work because we get graded on everything. Like, students can grade the teachers, you know, things like that. And it's funny because my boss only receives, if I get a 1 or a 2, he receives a note saying this was big criticism. And it's really funny because I have literally 90% of the feedback I get at my job is you're doing great. Here's literally every single thing that you are doing wrong and why you should be doing better. Not, here's how you can be doing, here's why you should be doing better. And it's like, oh God. And it's like, alright. Ugh. Then you get fucking... And again, it's one of those things, like, I really, really wish it was, it was like an Asian guy. It's not. It's the most, it is the whitest man possible. He looks like a Ken doll. Like, and my big piece of critique that he gave me the other day was, you should be more gregarious. You should talk to the people in the lobby. You should talk to them more. Now, mind you, I want this to be a reminder. We have 10 minutes between classes. And in those 10 minutes, we have to, 1, put in all our scores from the previous lesson. 2, prepare the next lesson. And then we get ready for everything. God help you if you are dealing with kids, because there's usually 1 kid's book. Are the kids at least? No, they're fucking terrible. Like, it's... The thing is, I'm getting distracted now, but I can do this because I'm fucking mad at work. Time to bitch about work and my bitch wife. Ooh. Sorry, woman. I heard a on the other side. I think it was getting too loud. Not really. Like, I would really like to believe, because like when it comes to the kids, you have the kinder class, you have class 5, you have class 5, class 6, and class, no, it's class 3. Class 4, class 3. Now, mind you, there is no... The only one that really has like an age requirement is kinder. Now, mind you, all of these also have kinder, have the plus variant. Yeah, all of these have the plus variant, which is the like advanced class. So, like the really little kids, during the basic like kinder, you have to do the hello, 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 how are you? You have to do a literal fucking song with them. And mind you, they don't teach you how to use like the CD player. I still don't know how to use our CD player because they're all broken and cheap and awful. All of these people have CDs you have to play for them, except when they book 2 kids classes at the same time, because if they book 2 kids classes at the same time, you can't do that because there's 1 room with 1 CD player. It's awful. Now, mind you, these also have a CD. Kinder Plus does not. Like, this is the funny thing about Kinder Plus is that there's not. And you have to learn the songs, and you have to sing the songs all the time. Even if there's 1 child in there, you have to sing the song. And it's funny because like I was doing this with 1 kid, and it was me, my supervisor, and 1 fucking 5-year-old, because kinder is 3 to 6. And if you ever encountered a 3 to 6-year-old before, They don't care. They do whatever the fuck they want to do. They're 3. Also, are there any cultural differences? Also, let's go with their interest in English. Not really. Like, the thing with the kids are kids. A 3-year-old is going to say, I'm bored now, and walk into a wall. They're going to giggle and they're going to flop on the ground. They're going to cry. They're going to say things that they just want to speak. They will babble sometimes. And it's like, all right. Ryu wants what? Ryu wants the shell shapes. Ryu wants the shell shape. And then you have to play the games with them. You got to do all that. And you're unless directly observed. Effectively. And even if they're observed, sometimes kids will just, like, run. Like, I had one kid just bolt. And it was funny because I'm like, I don't know the Roly Poly song. Sorry, I didn't remember the Roly Poly song. Because there's no way to train for kids. I'm gonna say this right fucking now. There is no good way to train for children. Because the way you have to train for children. Now, if we're thinking, all right, how would you train a teacher for this? Now, mind you, I have very limited background teaching kids, like little kids. I've watched little kids. I have played with little kids before. I've run distraction for little children before. I've never taught to them. I'm not a certified teacher in any conceivable metric. I'm an alcoholic game dev. I make elf games for fun. I am not a teacher for your children. And it's like, the way we were really taught is quite literally, imagine a group of 20 to 30 somethings pretending to be children. I think that's the thing. Like, you are a 30-year-old pretending to be like 5. This does not work. Because, and I've said this about TRPGs before, anytime someone's playing a child or a younger character, they will be playing either an 18-year-old or they will be playing a 4-year-old. There is nothing in between. And it's funny because, like, that just doesn't work. And I'm like, oh, well, we have to watch these videos. Now, the funny thing with the videos is that it's literally one of the videos is just one woman, is a woman talking to herself. She's having a schizophrenic episode speaking to imaginary children in the room. And she's doing things that we didn't do in the actual lesson because we couldn't and didn't want to. And it's like, oh, well, you have to follow this. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I have a schizophrenic meltdown. And then I have the one where, oh, here's the guy, teaching, like, actual, little shits. And the funny thing is, and the funny thing of this, when these like the one video of them actually teaching children, they're in a nice school. They have everything prepared for them. They have everything set up. It's a demo lesson. It's very controlled. That's not what kids do, especially if you are dealing with the plus classes, because they don't tell you about the plus classes. Because I'm going to tell you all a secret here real fast. You want to know what children really love doing? Spending 40 minutes in a room with people they may know, they may not know very well, then immediately transferring to another 40-minute class with a 10-minute break in between. So to give you an idea, this is an hour and a half of learning English. And it might be 8 a.m., it might be 10 a.m., Or, if you're like me, 7 p.m. Yes, I've taught a high level, the class 3 plus, at 7 p.m. They were there for an hour already. And it's like, all right, how do you entertain kids? From the school of Kira that's falling apart. Yeah, no, they're not behaved. Like, none of them are. Because you might have a class with like a 5-year-old who's really good. You might also have a class, but in that same class you'll have a 3-year-old. And they do their own things. Now, I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous of one of my coworkers. I am insanely fucking jealous of my coworker. Because he's got a kid. He's like in middle school. And I want to take a picture of it, but I know I shouldn't. And because one day, I was sitting there, and I find a literal character sheet. I see like a character sheet. It's really for like a really basic game. It's like, I've never seen it before. It was like adventure game. I'm like, what the fuck is, this? I'm like, huh? Never seen this before. My coworker sees me looking at it, be like, oh, that's for, one of the kids that I teach. And he comes over and he shows me, this kid really likes tabletop games. He doesn't know how to play them really. He just like saw them in a magazine and he really likes it. And that's how he learns English. And that's how he's been teaching this kid English, is playing TRPGs with him. He literally lets this kid DM. And he's just like, yeah, here's like some of the characters that he's made and stuff. That's where I encountered Dragon Goku. And I'm like, I'm so fucking mad. I'm like, God fucking damn it. Yeah, again, like, and that's like one of the things, like, I want to bring him being like, dude, if you need adventures, just look at like fucking Hero Kids or something. Hero Kids is gonna do like phenomenal for this. Just tell me, I'll give you a flash drive with it on so we never have to talk about it. Don't ask where it's from. Yeah, we don't really do that. We have to do like the little kiddie games with them. And it's really only that kid, because that kid, his parents pay for the special lessons. Because a normal lesson is about like, a normal lesson would be about 30 USD. This isn't, we have like a convoluted, I should add, like pricing system. We have a very confusing pricing system, and this is something they have been sued about, by the way. But he books the expensive ones, his parents do, and the expensive like man-to-man lessons are like $60. That's what he does with that teacher who's really good. And I'm like, God, freaking damn it, I wanna drop, god damn it. International, not really. It's Japanese. It's pretty local. Well, not local. It's a bigger school. It's a bigger Iqua. It's a bigger one, and it keeps getting sued because they don't pay people. Now, mind you, I have not been paid yet. I want this to be known. I have yet to be actually paid. I'm very lucky. I don't have to worry about that as much as other people. But yeah, no, I haven't been paid yet. No, I have not been paid at all. Because, and I'm going to tell you why this is really fucking stupid. And now mind you, they got mad at me that I didn't submit things on time. Like, why didn't you have your bank account set up? So, to give you an idea, I roughly got my apartment this day. Roughly speaking, this is when I got moved in. Cool. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Pay period. Do 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 do. Now, but that's not the case, because this is when I got my address. So then, the day after, I had to go to the pretty much City Hall, and I had to get my card. I did not get my card, but I got one card, not two cards I need. I got the one card I need. Get the one card I need. I needed to go. Boo! I needed to wait a week. But there's a catch here. I also applied for a bank at this time, and I needed to wait a week. So, cool. Boop, boop. Okay, cool, cool. Now, there's a problem. I received a form. I received a form in the mail, and I do not speak moon runes. I don't speak moon runes, so I didn't know what it meant. So I go to my office and I ask them, hey, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And they say, don't worry about it. You can throw it away. It doesn't matter. And I, being the ignorant soul, said, okay. So I didn't. I didn't receive anything. Boo. This entire week. Because, including my banking information that I needed to sign up for, I didn't receive any of that. So I start panicking a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm not receiving anything here. This is a problem, right? So I apply for another bank around this time. Cool. Fill in everything. I have to wait a week for them. Boom. Boom. Now, this is a holiday. So a bunch of things were closed. Boo! A week comes by. Oh, you've been rejected because you got your address wrong. Oh, okay, I have to put it in again. Okay, I'll just wait another week. Boo! I get my mail because I filled out that form here. I get my actual mail I needed on Saturday. Yes, I get it on Saturday. Boo. I get approved for my bank at this point. But there's a catch. I wasn't here to receive the letter in time. And because I wasn't here to receive the letter in time, I had to wait until today. And today, I actually got my bank account. Yeah, effectively, it has been going at the speed of bureaucracy. Again, I had to get everything. Again, I'm looking at my card. Now, mind you, this is not the thing I'm holding, like the card in my hand is not, this is important, this is not a debit card. This is not a credit card. This is a cash card. I need to fill out more paperwork if I want to get a debit card or I want to get a credit card with this bank. There is about 2 weeks more paperwork I need to fill out. And they've got my name in the fucking system wrong. Because the big thing here is I can't put my name down because that's not... This is the best thing. I can't put my name down. I have to go to a website, convert my name to katakana. Then, when I get it to katakana, I have to put it in a very specific way because they think my middle name is my first name. When they told me, don't worry about it. And they also spelled my name wrong in like 4 different places. It's great. A debit card is literally cash without cash. A cash card is what you... Japan is very cash based. Japan likes its cash. And because Japan likes its cash, Cash card is valuable unto itself, with the idea being you go to a ATM and you take out the money. If you come to Japan, if you ever visit Japan, have at least 5,000 yen in your wallet. 5 bills, have it in your wallet. Why? 5,000 yen will let you do a lot of things. Like, I think it's a very very important thing. Do you have, 5,000 yen? That'll buy you dinner. That'll buy you lunch. 5,000 yen sets you up for an entire day and a half if you fucking splurge. But it is a bitch sometimes. Like, the thing is, the problem with my name is my name has a lot of katakana that is not real, and my name is already spelled wrong. Cole knows this one, actually. My name is spelled wrong. It's not spelled wrong, but it's spelled atypically. And because it's spelled atypically, it has fucked everything up in some places. But it's in weird places as well. They get everything right, except the first letter. They put a Z, Cole. They put a Z as my first letter. It's not a Z. They put a Z. I'm like, how? How did you put a Z there? Really, like, when it comes to that, don't even bother. Like, that's a pain in the ass. Like, the problem really is that the actual way you're supposed to write a lot of your name is last name, first name, middle name. The problem is, a lot of people here, from what I've noticed, IZ. The worst part is, because it's last name, first name, middle name, the thing is, a lot of the time, what appears in the system a lot as is last name, dual first name. It's like Anne Marie. That's a good way of thinking about it. The name Anne Marie is one word technically, but it's ANNE space MARIE. That's how they view middle names. So my my full name is fucking huge because my middle name is fucking huge. But they say, oh, Notepad. It is surreal when someone does say my name as Sensei. It is very surreal. And I've had people say it before, and it's fucking surreal. And I'm like, stop that. It's usually little kids, and they mispronounce it anyway. But the weird part is, the strangest part is when they get things perfectly right. And again, it's when they get it perfectly right, and they just dead stare at me. Or they're like, oh, like him. I'm like, no. Yes. Again, I'm lucky I have my one joke I tell at the beginning of every single lesson. My one joke about my name. And it's funny and everyone laughs. Everyone always laughs. Yeah, it's minor things. And like, that was a big thing I was having today. I was trying to set up an app because, mind you, there are like 4 fucking apps for Japan Post that you have to use in various ways. The thing is, I was typing in, I'm like, why is it not registering my name right? Is because they think my first name is my first and middle name together. So I have to put in as one string of katakana characters, last name, first name, middle name. And it's just like, oh, great. Are you forced to use your middle? No. It's on official documentation though. Like if I look at my residence card, if I look at like official documents, have it down. I never use it. Like it's one of those things I just have to remember for like official documents. I have to put it down now because if I don't put it down, they don't know who I am. But I'm trying not to worry about it. I think a lot of the hard part's done. I do need to go to the doctor tomorrow. You have a background in linguistics to be teaching English? No. I did a course online. I did like the funny thing is there's been times where I want to tell like parents, I'm like, I'm not qualified to teach your children. I'm being forced to effectively. I'm not qualified for this shit. Like, I'm an alcoholic. I have a severe drinking problem. I shouldn't be around your kids. Like, like again, I respect that there was this one guy, he was an older gentleman. Everyone was like, oh, be worried about him, be worried about him. Dude doesn't give a fuck, and he's hilarious. And the thing is, he's a nice guy. He's very blunt. He survived pancreatic fucking cancer. Twice, I should add. So I'm like, dude, call me fat. I do not care. Like, he's like, oh, you're American size. I'm like, yes, super size. He's like, I'm like, this is it. Like, this is great. Like, and I use that joke now all the time. I'm like, oh, I'm American sized. But yeah, no, everyone's like, oh, he shouldn't be saying these things. I'm like, I don't fucking care. Like, and again, I think he gave me a 5-star review because again, it's one of those things where some of those guys don't give a fuck. It's great. Hello, Mr. Du Bois Sensei. Yeah, effectively. Now, I don't know. This is a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible idea. But again, my last piece of like feedback I got from my fucking boss was, oh, you have to be more gregarious. You have to be more friendly to people in the office. And more friendly to people to get them to like you more. So they give you good reviews. And I'm like, should I take like 2 shots of just fucking like 110 proof? Just fucking straight liquor before I go into work every day? Just be fucking hammered? Should I do that? Yo, Mr. Memo Sod completely fucked up. Like, alright. Hey, everybody. Like, is that the secret? Like, you want me to loosen up, even though I'm not that kind of guy? Yeah, effectively. Do I need to Mads Mikkelsen? Because there was a part of me that almost texted my mother. I'm like, Mama, what drink do you recommend to be masked? So I can drink profusely before I go into work to be friendlier. Like, it's a terrible idea. It's an absolutely dog shit idea. But I'm like, what more do you want from me? I'm not that kind of person. I'm not like a walk up to someone I don't know and shake their hand kind of thing. I have like tiny conversations with people and I'm polite to people. That's how I go with it. Like, a Japanese lady was trying to like, she was like really aggressively friendly to me today because we ran into each other at the store. Like, she was exiting the store as I was on. She ran into me. And Yeah, she ran in and she's like, "Oh, no, 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 go back, go back." And I'm like, "Oh, no, no." And I let her go. She was like turning back, like, "Oh, I gotta run, I gotta run, I gotta run." Like, it's okay, man. Like, I, honest to God, I didn't know we would be doing such small children. They did not they mentioned kids, but when someone says we're a private English school that does kids, that has like kids classes, my initial thought was like 8, like 8 up kind of thing. Like it's a, you go to cram school, you come here kind of thing. Like, okay, like 8 to like 12 maybe. Like, all right, the kids classes. No, they're definitely not adults, so it's a different thing, and maybe it goes into like the school curriculum. No, it's like fucking babies. It's fucking Muppet babies in there. I swear to fucking God. I'm like, holy shit. And like, they'll just yell. Yeah, they'll just scream sometimes. Like, they're like kindergarten. Like, some of them are preschool. There was like 3-year-old in there. A fucking 3-year-old. Like, why is a 3-year-old here? Why is he in the same class as a fucking 5-year-old? Like, these two are at drastically different levels. Why are they here? You'll make a good father later on in life. See, unfortunately, I've realized that I'll flip a coin in that regard, whether or not I'll be the Shinji throwing a bottle at Asuka meme, or a good and healthy father, and die to Kazuma Kiryu or something. I don't know. I'll keep drinking and I might find the answer. I'm not drinking now, by the way. We've done fuck all. Like, we've done absolutely nothing productive so far. But doing nothing productive is what we do best here, right? But goals to finish Armory today. Do. Oh yeah, no, it's we were actually talking about this the other day. Like, it's very easy, like right now, to give you an idea, like right fucking now, I can put on a shirt, put it onto my shoes, walk not even 5 minutes. Like, I can walk literally like 2 minutes, go to my local mini stop, buy a bottle of Jack and like 5 beers for like $30, come home and drink myself into a fucking oblivion. There have been days where, like the other night, like last night, I got fucked up. Like, I was drinking a lot really fast. I was just pissed. I was mad. Alright, so... Gruesome. Armor is as much part as battle and... Night Traveler. Traveler is able to have one armor equipped at any time. Let's see, representing what's covering a majority of their body. Armor itself provides a let's see. Heavier the armor one is wearing, the slower and more laborious their movements. I'm gonna take blows, if not avoid them. But I'm sure steel. Making class features like state of writing paralysis for years. This trying to make features for my TRPG. Honestly, like, the hardest part about writing things like class features is that it is just sit down and do it. You just gotta usually having like a really solid foundation for what the classes are, what they do, and mechanics surrounding it. That really does help. I'm an improviser in that regard. My usual philosophy is I write it, and sometimes it might get changed later on. I might just put in the ideas I write down for like classes, because I do a lot of class stuff for this game. But there's no secret. Like that's the worst part. There's no secret. There's no special, easy way. It is a sit down, shut up, and jam kind of thing. It takes time. It is a time-consuming and unfun task. Konichiwa. Konnichiwa. Go, man. So views. Okay, so we do armor type, toughness, yeah, armor penalty, actually initiative, armor penalty. Okay. Hello. Though I will say I have yet to find a really good place to sit down and just like work on things. That's one thing that's been bothering me to no fucking end. It's hard to find a place here in Japan anyway that's just let me sit down and work. If I'm lucky, I can go to like a Starbucks. But that's if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, the Starbucks will be quiet and I can sit down and do things. They have an IKEA in like Tokyo. Not around me. Cuz like The one thing you have to remember, like for me anyway, is like I'm not in Tokyo. I'm not in like a super huge city. No, like I thought you needed a chair. There is something very relaxing about being in a place with just a pen and a notebook. Also, Mr. Y, I can't fit a chair in my apartment. I am sitting on the floor right now. I want people to remember this. I am sitting on the floor with a floor desk because I physically cannot fit a chair in here. Like, just splooting. I'm splooting. It's like Splatoon. Call me Splatoon because I'm aching everywhere. Are you cross-legged? I am like alt. Anytime you hear like a weird shuffling noise, that is probably me adjusting my legs. Because I can sit for a while, but then my foot goes to sleep, or like my leg will go to sleep, so I just readjust. And how I have my my desk currently set up is a little janky. But hey, that's the fun part, right? So let me do. Actually, okay, so toughness -5. Light. Very simplistic armor, generally speaking. +2, +4, +8. 20, -40. Let's see. Chainmail, breastplate. Oh. Jane enjoys alcoholic romantasy authors, not alcoholic. No, it's the thing with alcohol and things like that. It's a relatively easy addiction. For me, it literally just helps numb things. I've been drinking a lot more because of my shoulder, to be honest. Which hopefully I'm gonna go to the doctor tomorrow. Well, not doctor. I'm going to go to the clinic, get my money back, get the recommendation from the clinic. Once I get that, then I can sign up for the doctor for next week, probably. But like, it just helps numb it. Just helps numb things. Numb is easy. Is this enough for armor? Or should we go more specific? Actually, if we go to, let's check Somata and Trundlewood. The story of Thetos. Market. Let's see. Yeah, they're pretty. This is pretty simple stuff. Like, I don't think that's actually. You know what we should do? Why not look at wizardry armor? If we go to wizardry armor, chainmail, leather armor, robes. Yeah, no, it's pretty simple stuff. So yeah, so if we just go with this as our dancing garb, yes, dancing garb. If you want to slut max, I cannot stop you from slut maxing, as any proper adventurer will do. If anything, what we could do is what would be amalgam? If I were to actually do, if we had to add that to the left, we do. Value. Absolutely bare is. Then we increase it by. Hello, extremely small, tiny penis men. The penis men are real. There we go. Piecemeal. There we go. Piecemeal armor. Kind of a place between heavy and well, coffee and cigarettes is what you do. Why do you think people drink coffee and smoke cigarettes? It's because the hangover from the previous night. It kind of goes hand in hand. Addiction. Let's see. So, initiative, rating, Call forth the Penis Man Legion. Then we do technically. This actually, no, we can do here. Hit this. Go down one. In addition. Same downsides with armor penalty, but also adding a bonus to. Also adding a bonus to parry rating. Parry rating instead of toughness. So shield type is a buckler, and this is going to be parry. We don't really need this. Parry is +5, +10, +20. Armor penalty -5, -15, -25. So buckler, round, tower. There we are. Actually, we do 30 and then we add 60 there. Tower. Let's see. Shield types. No. Nope, not really. Actually, we can give them a knack. This would have stagger. There we go. I guess we actually, you know what we can do? We can add a kite shield here, give that the +15, make that 1d8. Give them staggered, give them the -20. We then double, we make this 60 and make that 120. And we make tower shields 1d10. Technically, having a tower shield, it's a valid option. The problem is they're just heavy. Actually, we can make that the problem with the tower shield, is that they're heavy. So you can't really use it as a good. Actually, we give aim strike to the kite shield because you can hit them a little bit easier. You can do the, tell me how the grass tastes, little man. While the buckler gets rapid. Okay. So at level 9, the tower shield technically does 4d10 damage, which is really fucking strong. However, the problem is you have to use it as a primary action. Unless we give it the actually, you know what we can do? She'll take the parry rating instead of toughness. There we go. They only increase their damage by +1d at level 6 and 9. Basic idea there. It's easy enough to go. Then we do... then we can do this. Then we grab armor qualities. We There we go. Each armor also has a grade potentially L1s will modify its abilities. Cool. So if we do bonus toughness, it is -2. So it just literally makes your armor worse. Like a shoddy medium armor. Like don't use bad armor. 0, 0. Technically no changes here. Armor penalty is +10. Actually, it would be a further negative, -10, +10, +15, +25. You can get rid of the medium penalty, get rid of some penalties pretty actively. Bonus toughness, 1, +2, +4, +6. +6. We're gonna bump these up to 200, 400, 800, 1600. You want a masterwork fucking super heavy armor? You're gonna fucking pay for it. Its bonuses modified notably. It radiate. Strong against that element. Little and falling just blessing you curse. Joop. To me, my armor. What would be... Vorpal piecemeal armor. Sorry, this is decapitating armor. Actually, mm, 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 mm. Magical umbral damage the attacker. The idea of like blessed is useful, but not like immediate. While cursed, you get more immediate benefits, but the problem is, it's like, yeah, you're wearing cursed fucking armor. It's fucking evil. Oh, mm, 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 mm. No. Blessed armor, blessed armor, blessed armor. Yeah, that's to me my armor. That's, you know, you're doing the Iron Man thing. Pretty much, if you want to do the Iron Man thing, it's like super heavy armor, like super heavy to me my armor, because you're just like, haha, ding. You're like, okay, we get it. You're full of fucking gold. Wait a second. Mm, 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 let's see, armor grant stealth at the end of the round. Mm. 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 There we go. There's your strangulation. You get invigorated for it. What? Yeah, you get, yeah. How? Yeah, you gain invigorated. Actually, I should say. Yeah, they get the invigoration boon. Pretty much, you get a bonus to everything. However, you are killing yourself with it. We can probably do. Actually, oh. Mm. 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 There we go. The armor celestial nature burns more than anything. They become null to umbral and light damage, but cannot be healed. There we go. That's the. It's pretty good. You just resist all dark damage, pretty much. There we go. Kind of these are just basic ones. If you want to like a lot of things like that, you're actually looking at arcane qualities. No, finally, arcane quality, quality to it directly. Okay, so you are not that. So elemental. So. Mm. 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 Or simply metal that weighs nothing. Oh. Simply metal that weighs nothing. Elemental and elemental. Elemental armor is enchanted with quality of embodying. Not runic. It would be inlaid wards. Pretty much inlaid wards means that you can, when you get stabbed, you're using your magic resistance instead of using your physical resistance. Then it would be inlaid wards, and then it would be not cold steel. It would be what is what am I thinking? It would be runic. So the issue to use it, you need to be an elf queen first. Era. Actually, actually, excuse me. We're doing this right. We need to now go. We go up here, we grab you. His armor is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the no. Heading 3. We grab you. We put you below here. We put the knacks here. But knack description. Slow, Pierce, reliable, Pierce, ammo, reload, Vorpal. Okay, we don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need you. Reliable, go away. Because we already have you. Aim strike, we already have you. Go away. Cool, all of you, go away. Cool. So, grab that. Now we go up to magic weapon. Grab this. We go here. So, gory, heavy, hewer, aim strike, crush, stagger, knockout. Yeah. Nope. You delete table. You put you here, put you here. And extension sort of paragraphing Z. Nope, go away, Robin. Go away, Mr. Boyle. Don't need you yet. We need to go City on the Hill. Cool. Cuckoo choo choo. Hey. Hey, what are you doing? Get rid of you. Oh, wait, no, I need Hewer. You. Gotta go do the. Okay. Ball there, so we don't need you anymore. Grab all of you. Normal text. Center. Sort of sending. Don't need you. Get rid of the comma. Don't need you to. Level reload, slow stagger. There we go. Cuckoo choo choo. Okay. We are going to table options 1. Set to 0. Set to 1. Why are you? Oh, okay, because you're all gray. I see. Meredith Gray in the house. Cool. All right. We're going to do that. So, nope, we're going to do that. You. Thar she blows. Diablo 2 mode. Sorry. Yeah, I like the other being I'm powerful, but need really precise sword and shield combo, but it's enchanted to only left-handed people. Agony. Alright, so. Let's see, that should be my mama. Hello, mama. It's my boss. I'm going to kill him. Oh yeah, I gotta send my mom a bunch of stuff too. Aim strike. Mm. 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 Crushers and Crunk's armor. Mm. There we go. So if they're wearing armor and they have armor that gives them +10, crush means they don't get any bonuses for that. Doesn't matter what it is, they just don't get a bonus. But if they're bear armor, that's not a bonus. They're technically losing they're penalized because of it. Therefore, they don't actually worry about it. That's why the excluding bear. Mm. 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 The weapon. Front to back. Let's see. The weapon pushes the target back one line, front to back, forward to front, flank to front, etc. Mm. Mm. 5+ SL, knockout. Mm. 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 What weapons have Pierce? Pierce. The longbow has Pierce. The great bow has Pierce. Crossbow, arbalist. Good do. And the pickaxe and the pike have Pierce. Yes. So you don't have to worry. You don't. They don't have any damage resistance. Mm, mm, actually, mm, actually, you know what we can do? Weapon crunks and crushes armor. Mm. Mm. Actually, no. Mm. Mm. Target is wearing. Mm. Mm. Yeah, light, medium, or if they're wearing light, medium, or heavy armor, remove all toughness bonuses. Crush only works for super heavy, but if they're wearing light armor of any quality, that's the big thing here. Of any quality, Pierce goes through it. That should work. In theory, that could happen there, Simber, but that's not really the focus of the game. Originally, one of the ideas I had drafted was, effectively, you're ripping out... yeah, you're ripping out a chunk of their world, and it's the dimensional merge. But I'm like, that seems pretty high concept for a game like this, especially for the amount of shit that's in this game already. So I just kind of, yeah, something might have happened like that. Mm. 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 Game plus one skill die, reload. Mm. Mm. Actually, what is slow? There we go. It does the same thing. It's this wording. Mm. 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 There we go. Vorpal doesn't do much unless you score an insanely high amount, but it is also an instant kill. Like, no res. You can't get back up from this. You just, do they score literally 100 on you? The answer is yes. Congratulations, you fucking die. My mom's like, why don't you just get your arm checked to Notepad? I'm like, well... You don't understand, Mom. I need to go to the clinic to get the recommendation to go to the doctor now. See, that's the secret. So I can't go to the doctor yet. I have to get a recommendation first. Then I can go to the doctor. to get my arm fixed. I can almost guarantee you someone's made a reverse isekai war game somewhere out there, if only because they want to use their funny little men for various little things. Because fun fact, I have actually been doing a lot of research on Turnip 28. My kind of a little bit of an odd one, but one of my what are they called? One of my chubas? No, that's not it. One of my oomfies? Is that the cutesy way of saying it? One of my oomfies recommended I look at Turnip 28 because he wanted more stuff in it. He wanted more Turnip 28 stuff. And I looked into it, and I've been looking into Turnip 28. Really, I have, and I think I've written out some things to add. Just add stuff because he likes Mordheim a lot, and he wants Mordheim Turnip 28, more your dudesing. I'm like, yeah, I can add some stuff. I have an idea. I broke down some of the math. It's not perfect, but it's there. Like, one of the issues with Turnip 28 really right now is, how do I want to, it's very internally balanced, and it's like, all right, how do you add on to that without breaking the internal balance too much? So it's like, god damn it. I think I know how. I think I've got some of the math ready, but it's, I effectively need to show it to him, and then he can be like, this is right, or no, this is wrong. Alright, it is, hello phone. It is very late. It is 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock here, and that's when, the nighty night. That is the nighty night hours. Tom Bloom writes about half a setting and then gets bored. That's the problem with Tom Bloom, formerly Tom Parkinson Morgan, because he changed his last name to his wife's last name. That and it's also one of the reasons why again, people forget this, but I got really invested in Kill 6 Billion Demons. Like, way too invested. I was fucking in, and then he shot himself in the fucking foot with a shotgun. I was like, that's on purpose. I'm like, I fucking hate you so much. So everything he makes after that is just prefaced by, holy shit, you can't finish anything, I fucking hate you. Malingas, the problem with Malingas is that it shouldn't be called a war game, it should be called a board game. If it was called a board game, I think I would be a lot better with it, but it pretends it's a war game. It is not a war game, it is a board game. Oh, you can make your own list. No, you can't make your own lists. That's really not how the game is meant to be played. Are we making a TTRPG from scratch here? Yeah, that's what I do all the time. That's what I do here, bruh. Yeah, gotta remember, all of these games are pretty much handmade by me, from scratch. Most of them are from scratch anyway. Yeah, well, welcome to the Sadness Brigade. It gets worse from here. Yeah, City on the Hill is just big. It's a lot bigger. Actually, it's smaller than it looks. It says, oh, there's 105 pages here. Oh, there's, 30,000 words. That might seem like a lot, but a lot of this is like, alright, time for 15 million fucking class features, there's a lot of busy work in this game, and a lot of, it's not like it's problem, it's not like, oh man, this game sucks, there's busy work in it, it's just like, it is what it is kind of thing. Some games just have 12 billion fucking little charts you gotta fill out. 12 billion fucking little shit things. It's like, all right, this isn't fun. This is just work, and that's what you need to do sometimes. It's just time for work, and it's like, all right, here's where it is. Cuckoo, choo choo. There we go. Yeah, go for it. Good fun. Also, thank you for following. Yeah, no, it's I enjoy the process. I enjoy writing. I enjoy making it. It's always funny when people ask me, you know, at my job, like, "Oh, what's your hobby?" I'm like, "I like to write." I never have the heart to tell them. I like writing elf games on the internet for anonymous schizophrenics. Like, I write elf games on the internet. Yeah, but apparently that's not as nice. Funny skeleton. The idea is that you'll be able to play other kind of monsters, do more sandboxy style, highly structured Monster Hunter game to one that's more sandboxy. Oh, what do you like writing? Tables. I've had to lie to people being like, oh, I like writing board games with my friend. Yes, I write the rules. And they get really confused by that. They're like, why? That doesn't sound very fun. I'm like, ah, shit. That really, the idea there is, you gotta look at what makes that, how do I want to word it? What makes it structured, and then use that structure as a way to do things. Oh, you're the DM? No. Oh, not even that. JMB, you gotta remember, I'm working with people who don't know what tabletop role-playing games are. Well, I'm dealing with people in like their 60s maybe, in Japan. So a lot of the time it's like, oh, board game, like Monopoly. I'm like, yes, like Monopoly. There's one kid, one guy who knows TRPGs, and I had him for a class once. And he's like, oh yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, holy shit, you know? He's like, yes, I played once. It was fun. I'm like, oh, good God. Yeah, it's effectively, you have your structure already. It's look at how that structure works and just build out more options from that structure, from those points of that structure. So it's like, oh, well, we go here and we fight the monster. Okay, we have more. Yeah, dungeons. It was Dungaroo and Dragons. He couldn't say dungeons very well. He said Dungaroo and Dragons. I was like, yeah. But you are the car and you go into dungeons. There again, as I was talking about earlier, there's one kid who likes tabletop games. He doesn't really understand them very well because he's in like middle school. But I've seen like the things he's written out about them. In 5 years, that little autist is gonna be in here. He's gonna be shitposting unfortunate threads trying to figure out how his D&D Heartbreaker works. I know it already. Like, you little shithead, I know you. You're destined for the elf game mines. Sorry, little shit. Welcome to the elf games. Future TG mod. God, do we even have moderators anymore? Fuck, man. Welcome to the autism belt. It only gets worse from here. Oh. Hey guys, Dragon Goku. Yes, I saw the Dragon Goku. Oh man, what character do you want to play Dragon Goku? I'm like, alright, fuck it. And the worst part is, he drew a Dragonborn. He very clearly drew a Dragonborn. And just called him Goku. And what was his full name? Of course, Dragon Goku. I'm like, ah. This is it. Like, this is... Oh, you little autist, I know. I know how you go. I know your secrets. You can't escape from me. I have autism detection rays. Alright, it's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna head out now because I don't want to annoy my neighbor too much. But thank you. Godspeed, good luck. I will see you all tonight, I guess. The morning for me, yes, because I'm doing it again. Do his scales turn blonde? Turns into a gold dragon. God. That would be so cringy, but so cool. So fucking cool. It's one of those things where, like, this is the only thing a 14-year-old boy could come up with. And I'm like, yes. This is 14-year-old boy energy, and this is what we fucking need more of. Alright. I am, as they say, away. I'll be working on probably trinkets for the rest of the night. But I do need to write up the, I do need to write the fucking script for, Toon Punk, though. I might do Toon Punk tonight. I meant to do the audio, but, we had a good talk here. So, wait, what? Conscripted 443 Simo. Hello, child. Would you like to join me and my friend in Elf Game Autism with popular game for Simo? Again, Cole, you gotta send me that letter. I will print that shit off and I will fucking mail him. I'll be like, hello, in your little weird apartment office. Hello, it's me. I'll hand deliver it just to make sure he gets it. Suit and tie and all. Oh, hello. It's me. Dragon Goku 1342. Alright. I am away. I forgot. Oh no.